dugsiga boardingka iyo maalinlaha ah ee Amano Boarding and Day School.
Welcome grade 7. This is Teacher Walter. We'll take you through our English lesson, and for today we will be doing reading for comprehension. So we will have a story that we will read, then thereafter we try to find out if you understood the story or if you mastered what we read in the story. So to introduce our lesson, there is a short clip that I want us to watch, and thereafter, after watching that short clip, we'll go straight to our reading. Okay? For today, and that story is about hot air balloon. Hot air balloon. And off we go. We start our story. What comes to mind when you think about balloons? Many people use balloons as decoration during parties. Such balloons are tiny compared to hot air balloons. Hot air balloons are a type of aircraft. They are large bags filled with hot air or gas. To make a balloon fly, you have to heat the air inside it. Hot air is lighter than cold air, so the heated air inside the balloon rises. This makes the balloon rise. Modern hot air balloons use gas burners to heat the air. When the gas burner is turned on, the balloon rises. When the air cools, the balloon loses height. To lift the balloon up again, the pilot has to turn on the gas burner. Hot air balloons are made of nylons. When inflated, they can be as large as houses. When being stored, they are folded into a bundle that can fit in the boot of a car. Hot air balloons can be used to carry passengers. They are usually fitted with a basket or a container hanging below them. The basket is fixed to the balloons using wires and ropes. The baskets are not usually big, and the balloon's flight can be uncomfortable. The basket does not carry passengers only. It also carries the instrument that a pilot needs. The pilot of a hot air balloon needs to calculate how high the balloon is flying, in what direction it is flying, and how much fuel there is. Balloons follow the direction of the wind. The greater the wind speed, the less control the pilot has over the balloon's takeoff and landing. However, a good pilot can decide to fly higher or lower in order to make use of the wind in the best way possible. Early morning or late afternoon flights generally have less wind speed and have more predictable wind directions. People like to travel in balloons because they move slowly and quietly. If you really want to enjoy the experience of flying, there is nothing quiet like it. Many people describe flying in a hot air balloon as one of the most serene, enjoyable activities they have ever experienced. From a balloon, passengers have a beautiful view of the ground below them. They can even watch animals in game parks. Modern hot air balloons have been used in scientific research in the rainforest of South America to retrieve insect samples without disturbing the canopy of the forest. They are also used to collect information on the weather. Such balloons do not carry passengers. They are loaded with instruments that measure the elements such as temperature and the speed of wind. This information is used by weather experts to forecast the weather for the next few days. Many corporations also use hot air balloons as a huge billboard to advertise their product and services. Good. After looking at our story, the story that we've seen here, so we want to check if we understood the story or not by going straight to the question. That's why I said we are reading for comprehension. We're reading for understanding, for us to be able to understand. So the first question comes there. What kind of material are hot air balloons made of? From the story we are told, they are made of what? They are made of nylon. These balloons are made up of nylon. Number two, apart from passengers, what does the basket on the balloons carry? These hot air balloons, apart from the passengers, what do they carry also? We are told in the story that they carry the instruments that a pilot needs. Of course, he needs also to see the temperature, how high can he be able to fly, or how low he can be able to fly. He needs also to check the speed of wind, the temperature, and also the amount of fuel that is there. So he needs, in this, apart from the passengers, also this basket. Of course, you saw in the first video, we had a basket, people were alighting from it. That basket, it carries some instruments that are needed by the pilot. Number three, why do people like to travel in balloons? Why? Remember we are told somewhere that is quiet, slow, does not make noise. Okay, balloons move slowly and quietly. The view of the ground from a balloon is beautiful. Actually, up there, you can be able to view the ground very well. And so those hot air balloons, as they were rising up, of course, if you're inside that basket, you'll be able to have a good view of the ground. Then number four, how do corporations use hot air balloons? How do they use it? We are told in the story that they use it for as big billboards for advertisement. They use it as big billboards for advertisement. That's what we are told. So from the story we've seen that these hot air balloons are made up of nylons. And remember, the burner is the one that makes the hot air to rise, and as the hot air is rising, it's making the balloon to inflate or to enlarge. As it enlarges, it goes up. Then we are told that this basket, there's this balloon is connected to the basket that normally carries the passengers, the pilot, and some other instruments that are needed by the pilot. Also, we are told in number three there, that people like traveling using this hot air balloon. It's not just traveling, but they like using it so that they can be able to have a good view of the ground. Of course, you saw that basket, how it is. It's just open. Then we have this one here, number number four, we are told that corporates also use these hot air balloons for what? For advertisement. They can just print their very big print, then that is advertising there, maybe their product, then they send it up, and when people are looking at it up there, they can be able to read what that advert is. Now, in short, what are we saying in summary? We've read a story, and this is what the story says. Balloons are used for decoration, especially in the parties, but we have the special balloons. That's what I'm saying. However, hot air balloons are used differently. They're used for what? For traveling, and maybe for people traveling and going up to have a good view of the ground. Most people like using hot air balloons because they move slowly and quietly. And then we said that most corporates use it for advertisement, to advertise their product, the ones that they are having. More questions, you'll find them in the homework, the one that I've sent you about the story, and you will answer those questions in online, not in your book, online. You'll find those questions online. Remember to log in www.amanoboarding.com and go where the homework is. Make sure that you do your work. Have a good day.